Hello. Well, we had an issue last time we played where, whenever it went to swap to, off of the little robot T3 back to my character, it locked up and glitched and everything. Turns out this is one of the few games on the original Xbox that does not like being played off of the hard drive. So in sequences like that, it can just lock up and just things go wrong. The way I will get past that is I still have the physical copy of it. I can't play off the physical copy because it's so beat up and I don't know what this person did to it that I bought it from, but I figured if I could get it to copy to the hard drive, it'd be fine. But and it did. So if it happens again, my solution will be to pop in the real disk, boot it from there, swap it over, save, and then swap back, because there's no guarantee it will make it any further than that. And if the playthrough ends up just stopping completely, then I will hold on a second. Ends up stopping completely, then I will just order another copy of the game eventually. What was I? Oh yeah, okay. T3 opened up a door. I think it was this one. I would love to find some clothes. I just realized I can see the seams on the character, mainly where the dark on the dark area on her like suit on her butt is. There's like a little seam when she's running, which is very funny. Oh, are these? Yeah, let's scavenge. Looks like if some recent modifications have been made to this unit's vocabulator. Let's see. Check. These droids no longer accept commands from any member of the mining facility except one. The ID designation matches the maintenance officer for this facility. Check the last received commands. Looks as if their mining protocols have been set to mine any organics and any non-authorized droids in the facility. If this is the case, then the mining droids have likely wiped out everyone and everything in the facility. Let's see. Let's do repair again. Okay, we've already scavenged. Detonate with a non-lethal charge. Scavenge. Excuse me. Detonate. We don't get experience for that. I'm surprised. Game's like super quiet on my end. Sorry. But yeah. Are the filters and everything on? I need to make sure. Yeah, they're on. That's why it looks slightly better.
Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolists have been sealed to contain.
Okay, so what was the door that opened up? That's what I need to find. Wouldn't be down here. I guess I can just look at the map. That'll point me in the direction of emergency hatch? Maybe that was it. I'm sorry, I'm trying to clear my throat, but my throat's a little messed up. Was coughing and everything. Yeah, there we go. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum-ba-dum-bum.
Can you read me?
Barely. There's a lot of static.
There's a lot of interference down there, probably caused by that explosion. Still, it looks like there's a route down to the Paragus fuel depot. If the passages haven't collapsed, that explosion knocked out most of the sensors. There should be an emergency crate in the next room. Watch yourself. There's a lot of droid broadcasts in that area, but I can't pin them down.
I'll be careful then. If you detect anything, signal me.
Will do. And be careful down there.
Alright, let's go. Ooh, loot. Oh, thank you. Finally, we got clothes. Safety harness, demolitions. Sorry. I guess demolitions, energy shield, and we'll take the mining shield. How good is the Gamorrean War Axe? Okay, that's decent.
Find the emergency supplies?
Yes, it looks like there's some clothes in there.
Damn it. I mean, good to hear it. No, you running around half naked. It's distracting. I mean, for the droids. But there may be some survey gear and a safety harness inside the crate, too. The miners wear them when staking claims on the asteroids. The survey gear is designed to spot and protect you against sonic mines. And the safety harness can be helpful if you try to disarm them.
Let's see. There's some kind of mining energy shield in this crate, too.
Yeah, it's like a military-issue energy shield, except it's designed to protect the miners against lasers and heat. Should work against the droid mining lasers. It won't last forever, and certainly not against multiple laser hits. But it may buy you some time if you get ambushed by a battalion of droids.
Sounds useful. How do I use it?
Equip it on your wrist, and then you can activate it like a med pack. Again, it won't last forever, so make it count.
Understood. Anything else?
Just one more thing. I've narrowed down some of the ID signals, and if the numbers are right, you're sharing those tunnels with a battalion of mining droids.
Any advice on taking out these droids? Oops, hit the table.
Destruction models. They shoot like a moisture farmer militia. Since they rely on ranged weapons, get in close with a melee weapon and start bashing them. In close combat, the guy with the vibroblade has the edge over the guy with the rifle, droid or not. Otherwise, just drill them from a distance. If they're not shielded, that is.
I'll do that. Anything else?
There's gotta be some central controller down there. See if you can find a terminal by the main access shaft. That'd be governing intelligence.
Oh, man. Broken droid. I'll take those. I remember this is where it first started to run really bad. So, interesting to see,
Where you step. I'm picking up a lot of sonic mines down there. Don't run unless you have to. It makes them harder to spot. If you have any skill with demolitions, you might be able to recover them and use them against the droids. That is, if the mines don't get you first. If you have survey gear or a safety harness, put them on. They'll make spotting and disarming the sonic charges a little easier.
I know what he said, but I read that as if the mimes don't get you first. Made me think of Claire Obscure, where there's just like mime dolls hidden around a lot of areas for extra costume bits. Understood. Can you recover? Aw. Okay, disable. Okay, we can disable them at least. Oh yeah, I have Force Valor. I can increase my all my stats. Actually allow me to recover some stuff. I should probably save my repair parts. I should also save. Well, I've almost caught up on my VODs. I've started to record like on my off of my computer instead of just exporting them to YouTube through sorry, through the well, export function on Twitch. So interested to see how that goes. Go. Okay, okay. Will this last? I don't think this is gonna last. No, it didn't last. But it's fine. Oh, we got destroyed. Sorry, the dogs are messing around. Nice. Okay, flurry. Why can't I see the other one? And flurry. More flurry. Combat's way faster in this one. I wish they got to, like, I wish they got to redo these games. And not the full-on remake that is supposedly still getting made. Just the games as they were, just better looking and running and with bug fixes. And we get force points back like really slowly. All right, scavenged everything, right? Yes. Well, maybe there was some stuff in the bodies here, or the there's a broken droid. These games would be pretty cool.
Hey, watch out. That explosion has superheated the tunnels ahead. That steam will cook the skin off your bones. If you can find a mining energy shield, switch it on. It should protect you against heat if you move quickly enough.
Understood. All right, let's go. Oof. Well, no sense in doing that. Just enough skill to not be refused, but not enough to actually successfully disarm it. Oh god, well, I don't remember what the important things were. I'm pretty sure it was just... Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, repair is not a... Oh no, repair is still a... Well, I can save my points. Let's see. Yeah, let's take that repair. Cross-class skill thing. just because that will be useful for crafting. All right, oops. It is useful for defense, but it's not super useful at the moment. I may have to go deal with the dogs here in a second. Train force. Mind trick. I don't want to use that unless I have to, because that's pretty boring. No, I think affect mind and dominate mind are the ones I'm thinking of. Yeah, this isn't going too badly. Stun droid. Oh well. Good job. Any bodies? Kinda. Well, there is something in there. Oh wait, can I? Hold on a second. I don't think you can do that in the first one. Got a mining shield, that's good.
You're getting close to something big. I think it's the main ventilation shaft. If so, the central droid controller should be somewhere nearby. Keep an eye out for it. I'm picking up a lot of droids. If you still have a mining energy shield, I'd equip it and switch it on.
Yeah. Sorry, trying to get them to calm down. There aren't just mining droids down here, there are sensor balls too.
Sensor? It must be maintenance drones. Watch out. Those little pests will try to repair the mining droids if you don't gun them down first. Still, it's odd they're still active after the explosion. They don't have the same shielding as the mining droids. Be careful of those droids. I don't like this.
Understood. Saw you back there. All right, let's see. What are we doing? Probably get on here without being shot at first.
Guys, get it out.
Love the backhand. I don't have any security, do I? Swap. There we go. Follow droid command functions. We got 2 spikes. Add other droids to droid mining protocols. Cancel all droid mining functions on organics. Sure. Continue. Yes. Just punch the door open. All right, they should be perfectly fine now. Ooh, that was a lot of experience. Okay, can I do anything to them now? Can I... I can scavenge. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's just the same thing. Oh, well. And goodbye. We're gonna go ahead and scavenge from all of them. Every single bit of resource is useful. Why do you keep flipping the camera around? There we go. Well, he didn't give me the info about the containment, the area like heating up or anything, so going to assume it's fine now. Oh, he teleported over there, huh? Wait, there's a body. All components are very useful. This is running a little better than I remember it running. Okay, we're done here. Bum, bada bum bum, bada bum bum, bada bum bum. What do we got here? Nice. It's over here. Nice. Boom 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 boom. Oh. What do we got here? Fortitude. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, this was optional. Oh, he doesn't like that steam. All right, so where am I actually supposed to go? Oh.
Yeah, I'm picking up some strange readings. What are you doing down there?
What kind of readings?
Containment fields in the mining tunnels are shutting down. You need to get out of there before they vent fuel to the surface of the asteroid through the tunnels.
Oh, sorry. How much time do I have?
I may be able to keep it contained until you get the turbo lift to the fuel depot, but not for much longer. I'm locking down the turbo lift to the administration section now to keep the blast from spreading. If you've got anything left to do down there, make it quick, because where you are is going to get real hot real soon.
All right. Wrong one. Can I do anything with the maintenance droid? Okay, I'm gonna save just in case there's actually a time limit. Can I bash it open? Why can't I hit it? Okay, what about... Oh, did I not? Hold on. Skill too low. Okay, what about now? Wait, do I have a normal? Alright, give me a second. Let's try it now. Oop, well. You open now? Cool. Oh, there was a lot of stuff in there. I don't think I've ever opened that. Now we can put the fortitude back on. Don't even really know what that does. And finally, I think we're done. Oh, hey, it's the maintenance guy.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you alive, Master, provided my receptors are not off focus. How may I be of assistance?
What's with that body there?
Answer. That is all that remains of the maintenance officer, Master. At the end, he was quite incoherent from the pain, and attempts to facilitate communications with him proved useless. I heard his dying screams as the droids he tended turned on him, mining him like a piece of asteroid rock.
Did he say anything at the end?
Recitation? Oh yes, Master. The record of his last moments were...
5 droids, burning through the outer door. They're forcing their way into the bay. Please, some with it! Oh no, they're through! Oh, my leg! They're burning through my leg! Oh, stop! Stop, please!
Addendum. His remaining attempts at communication are variations in Decibel Master, ranging from frenzied screams to gibbering inarticulate attempts to beg for his life.
More questions.
How may I be of assistance?
Have you seen a T3 unit?
Hesitant answer. A T3 utility droid would be a common sight in this facility. It is indeed curious that I have not seen many since my arrival. However, I feel I must inform you that, droid prejudice aside, T3 models exhibit excessive individualism when not routinely memory wiped. This individualism can become such a nuisance that even a droid such as myself is tempted to reduce them to their base components, if not crush them into slag. But enough of my seemingly irrelevant tangent. Where did you leave the droid, Master? That would logically be the best place to look.
The unit was last seen near the hangar.
Answer. Then that would explain why such a T3 unit isn't here, Master. I believe my photoreceptors are functioning adequately enough to verify that.
Then maybe you can answer something else for me.
Of course, Master.
How do you know me? I'm not your master.
Answer. I am a survivor of the Harbinger, just as you were, Master. With the unexpected termination of my previous master, you are the only organic which I may now serve.
Tell me everything that happened between the Harbinger and now.
Irritated answer. Oh, Master, it is such a long, dull story, and not terribly relevant to our current situation.
Why don't you tell me anyway?
Hesitant explanation. That has been the subject of considerable discussion since our arrival here, Master. Many have attempted to claim you and this unit as salvage. I was crudely interrogated concerning our brief history together on board the Harbinger, before its communications, weapons, and engines suffered the cascade failure that disabled the ship.
How come I don't remember any of this?
Speculation. It is possible you were incapacitated and locked in the well-shielded cargo compartment as the Harbinger was being systematically crippled, Master.
Incapacitated?
Clarification. Yes, Master. No doubt the flurry of destruction on board the Harbinger somehow drugged you into a stupor from which you could not awaken. Most curious.
Maybe you better explain the stupor part.
Placation. Merely a turn of phrase, Master. The implication that your state was due to the result of ingesting large quantities of Juma juice was unintentional. I meant to communicate only that you were somehow rendered unconscious before you were locked securely in the cargo hold.
So I wasn't sealed in the cargo hold. Someone locked me in.
Clarification. By locked, I meant sealed, Master. My vocabulator seems to be malfunctioning.
Fine, what happened next?
Recitation. Following the unusual set of coincidences that led to the cascade failure in the Harbinger's systems, we were boarded by a small freighter with unknown ID codes. It appeared that this freighter had been attacked, and the captain wanted to study it. This freighter appeared to be still spaceworthy. Your cargo compartment was breached, and you were taken on board the freighter shortly before the Harbinger's systems began to go critical. I, too, managed to board the freighter before the Harbinger's destruction. We were most fortunate to have survived, Master.
Oh, man. I think this is gonna go nowhere, so I'm just gonna move on.
Of course, Master. How may I be of assistance?
What are you?
Proud answer. I am an HK series protocol droid, Master, skilled in transorganic relations and communications. This model has been responsible for the facilitation of communications and termination of hostilities across the galaxy. I am fluent in over 6,000 forms of communication, and am also capable of nuances of expression ranging from irony to veiled threats.
Veiled threats?
Clarification. Oh, yes, Master. Sometimes the facilitation of communications and termination of hostilities requires the use of every weapon in one's verbal arsenal. The unspoken threat of violence to a listener's loved ones, or if possible, their entire planet, can effectively break the deadlock in the most stubborn of negotiations.
What's a translation droid doing on Paragus?
Irritated explanation. That question has been looping through my query module with alarming frequency, Master, and no satisfactory answer has been forthcoming. As a result, I have chosen instead to turn my efforts to answering the question as to how I may depart this drifting disaster area as quickly as possible.
And what have you determined?
Answer. It is only a matter of time before a ship or freighter docks with the Paragus facility. When that occurs, we shall depart this place forever.
I never said you were coming with me.
Placating retraction. Oh, of course, Master. Please excuse my choice of words. I did not mean to imply that you would have no choice in the matter.
Let me see. What else? What else do you look for the way for a way into the Paragus hangar bay?
Pitying answer. Oh, that is unfortunate, Master. The hangar is sealed behind a containment field. It would be impossible to open it.
What about override codes?
Answer. Only the Paragus administration officer would have such codes, Master. If he hasn't already been murdered in an unfortunate accident, then he is trapped in the dormitory section, which has been effectively cut off from the facility by explosives.
If I crawled through the mining tunnels to get here, there's likely to be other tunnels.
Theory. You could walk across the surface of the asteroid to the dormitory airlock, but such a route would be extremely hazardous, and I do not wish to see you damaged.
Those miners could be hurt or in danger. We need to make sure they're all right.
Warning, Master. Continued exploration of this facility may place you in unnecessary danger. I encourage you to return to the medical bay and wait for retrieval from a vessel that is no doubt on the way, even as we continue this pointless conversation.
I'm gonna go find those miners. You're going to help me.
Weary resignation. Very well, Master. But there is very little that I can do. You see, the airlock is sealed by a code.
Alright, so how do I get the code to the airlock?
Correction. Oh, I already possess the code, Master, but I am afraid that it will do you no good.
Okay, what do you mean?
Condescending explanation. Master, the console governing the droid maintenance area and the airlock is voice-printed music. In the last days of his life, the maintenance officer was quite careful about voice protocols, bordering on paranoid obsession. Conjecture. I suspect once he realized something was wrong in the facility, he voice-locked the droid bay functions. A prudent measure, but in the end, he met the same fate as the rest of the organics.
Voice printed?
Explanation. Yes, Master. Many consoles have voice recognition sensors built into their systems so that only selected individuals can unlock them.
But you do know the code.
Condescending explanation. Oh, yes, Master. The code is Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5. But unless the maintenance officer speaks the code, it is useless.
You can mimic voices. Can't you speak the code?
Objection. Master, to commit such an act would be in violation of the ethics programming most droids are believed to possess. I am afraid there is nothing that can be done.
The fact you can mimic voices. The fact you can mimic voices is pretty impressive. What would it sound like if you did speak the code to the console?
Proud answer. Master, I believe my vocabulator is working adequately enough to accommodate your request. A recitation. Maintenance Control Voice Print ID R1B5. There. Was that sufficient, Master?
Alright, we're done here. Yay, light side points. Alright, now let's loot the body. There's a workshop here. Okay, it's over here. Ooh, sonic imprint sensor. With the protocol droid's help, I've finished work on the sonic imprint sensors. I've installed them in the mining droids, but I'm locking up the original here to prevent the other miners from using its ability to record and play back voices to override the droid's voice protocols. Well, that was easy. Wait. Anything I can scrounge? Okay, that's as good as we're gonna get. Environmental underlay, that will be good for at the moment. Create and break down items. How many does it cost? Okay, that's cool. I like that there's a you can create stuff like this. It's cool. Parts. I need at least 1 point. I need 5. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Well, I can make computer spikes if I need them. I need to save. Because who knows when the game will be like, I don't like being on a hard drive. And retaliate. Okay, that's the way I came in.
Greeting.
Can you play back the maintenance officer's last words?
Recitation. Oh, yes, Master. The record of his last moments were...
5 droids. Oh, my leg!
Addendum. His remaining attempts at communication are variations in decibel, Master.
Alright. Play back his voice. Persuade sonic sensor. Mimic.
Answer. A recitation.
Maintenance control voice print ID R1B5.
There. Was that sufficient, Master?
Yes, I think that's all I'll need.
Confused query. I am sorry, Master. Were you speaking to yourself?
Never mind. I gotta go. And we're out. Flurry. Force Valor. Rude. You gonna go? Just the little droid exploding is all it gets me. Hey, you got stuff on you. Okay, I'll take the sonic detonators. Oh, we got some big boys. Energy shield. Can you get it? Yeah. We got any remains? Wait. That little sound. Oh, there's nothing in here. Ooh, level up. Oh man, I don't remember what. Oh. All right, give me a second. I gotta, I gotta look up. No. Hmm. Okay, no. I don't remember. I think they said I needed one more point in Constitution for some reason. I know I'll need strength. So we'll just do that. Alright, now I can put points in repair. Force body. Oh, I can cast a little bit from life force. That's cool. What else do I want? Like, what? Or scream, mind trick. Burst of speed will be useful. Not right now, but it'll be useful later. And it remains. No. Oh. Well, that worked out. All right, just bash it open. Reflex package. Does that work on me now? Yeah, it does. Okay. I don't know what else I got. Right, flamethrower, advanced mine. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad they highlight things that you just got. Comlink. Oh. Enter voice print code.
Maintenance control, voice print ID, R1B5.
Beeping from droid console. Open door to airlock with maintenance officer override.
Finish the sonic imprint sensor prototype for the mining droids. Everyone knows they need an upgrade. The sensor should allow me to issue voice commands to them rather than manually adjusting their routine each time the mining specifications change. I've been keeping the sensor in the maintenance workshop for the time being. I wanted to test it first by recording and playing back some simple voice commands.
Alright. Ebonhawk droids?
My examination of the droids from the Ebonhawk freighter. The T3 unit looked like it had shut itself down. The protocol droid, however, made up for it. It talked my ear off for most of the hour, asking questions about the facility, the personnel, and so on. Still, it wanted to make itself useful, so I put it to work until its master wakes up from the med bay. It seems to have some skills in speaking to droid behavior core, so there's been some trouble with some of the mining droids, so I'm signing off.
Jedi?
Speaking to the protocol droid about the Jedi and med bay, I thought they'd all gone away or been killed in the Jedi Civil War. The droid told me that his master is the only Jedi he knows of in all the galaxy, and that the Jedi had served in the Mandalorian Wars almost 10 years ago. That would have meant that the Jedi served under Revan for a time. Maybe the Jedi knows what happened to Revan after the end of the Jedi Civil War.
Let's see. Exchange bounty?
Enter a log for a while. There's been more and more accidents since that Jedi arrived. The miners are starting to get restless, especially Corda. Corda said the exchange is offering a huge bounty on Jedi Knights and that we can make a fortune if we sell the Jedi to Nar Shaddaa. Security shut down that idea pretty quick. But I don't think Corda and his men are gonna give up that easy. I mentioned the trouble to the Jedi's protocol droid, and he seemed concerned about his master's safety. I told the droid not to worry. The Corda wouldn't.
Alright, let's check the voice print ID thing here.
When the dock officer reported the droids repairing the Ebonhawk, I saw the voice print ID on the droid console system. Someone ordered them to repair that freighter. But I can't find a trace of the order anywhere. If anyone tries it again, they won't be able to do it from this terminal unless I let them. The voice print should cut any user off from the central functions unless I give the code.
Oh, okay. Security problems.
The maintenance check on the droids didn't help. If anything, the accidents have increased. Security interrogated me about the droids and they weren't too happy with my answers. I don't understand it though. These aren't combat models. They shouldn't even know how to attack. I can't help but think, what if somebody staged the initial trouble with the mining droids just to get them all sent to maintenance, and then did something to them? I think security's right. Someone's trying to sabotage this facility and they're using the droids to do it. But why?
Main console. Emergency subroutines. Check for exits from the fuel depot. Administration turbolift active. Emergency turbolift shut down. Airlock active. Turbolift to administration. Okay. Mining tunnels. Okay, yeah, that one's obviously airlock is open. Comm systems. Repair. Run diagnostic on damaged systems. Signal unit destroyed. Comm system from fuel depot inoperative. Comm system circuit has been severed with a laser drill. There's too much interference in the asteroid rock to allow you to contact any other level via comlink. Cameras. Containment field. Droid maintenance area has been sealed by the emergency lockdown. However, new programming has been introduced to keep it from opening even if the lockdown is cancelled. There's no way to shut down the field that you can see from this terminal. That means anyone inside the facility is effectively cut off from the hangar bay. Fuel line sensors. This fuel line deposits fuel into docked starships. Since no ships are currently docked at the facility, it is sealed. There appears to be a damaged T3 unit dumped into the fuel line, and maybe your missing T3 unit. There's also some sort of metal case next to the T3 unit, but you can't make it out. It may have been deliberately dumped down there. Airlock. Okay. And that's it. Okay, so I can come back down here with that. And what is that shadow? Oh my god. Oh, well, uh-oh. Okay, there we go. I thought it was gonna let me out. Hey there, buddy.
Anything?
Found a talkative protocol droid down in the field depot.
Yeah. Did you blow it up?
No, I thought about it though.
Yeah, well, watch your back. Droids can't be trusted.
Okay, well, I already got that. The miners may still be alive. They're trapped in a dormitory section.
They are still alive. But the dormitory comm isn't picking up anything. Is there any way to get to them?
I'll return if I find anything. Okay, so I can't take Atten with me just yet. That's fine. Game's probably too quiet, but... turn that up. Just a little bit. Alright, let's head back down. Yeah, when I tried to load this off of the disc, it took like a full like half minute just to load like the level where Atten was at. Do I have... In order to exit the airlock, you will need a spacesuit stored in the locker in this room. It should equip automatically when you select the outer lock or outer airlock. Now this is what I wish the underwater section in oh, look at that. What is that flashing light? Oh, but the underwater section in KOTOR 1 felt like, oh, there's like exhaust there. I was like, wait, why did I take damage?
That's about time. I lost your signal after you left the mining tunnels. Now you're coming in clear.
Except I'm picking you up on the exterior of the facility, on the asteroid's surface. That can't be right.
Just wave at him. Really? Maybe you should look up.
Huh? What are you doing out there?
I need to reach the miners in the dormitory section, and this is the only way to get there.
You're crazy, even for a Jedi. Look, you need to get out of there, quick.
What do you mean?
What little is left of the facility's venting systems have gone active, most likely from the explosions in the mining tunnels. They're venting Paraga's fuel deposits into space through the exterior vents. Right in your path.
Why are the vents placed so close to exterior scaffolding?
That's just it. They're not supposed to be active when the airlock's opened, and not without the safety measures kicking in. The vents look like they've been purposely rerouted to vent the gases to the exterior. And only in the last few minutes. It's almost as if... Now what now? I don't believe this. There's a ship coming in, sending a docking code. I have a bad feeling about this.
You can see how interlaced it is. Yeah, there's yeah, he's not looking too good. The guns just turn and blast me. Mm-hmm. You know what? Just in case it decides to do something weird. All right, cool. Force Valor. I like how you can queue up different enemies now. That's one of the best, like, improvements they've done. Stealth field generator and sonic nullifiers. You know what? They gave them to me. Sure. Excellent. Okay, they don't affect my vision. That'd be funny if they did. All right, it's been a little over an hour. I'm gonna go ahead and take a short break. I will be right back. Hello. I am back. Here we go. Oh! Is this Doom 3? If you don't know, one of their favorite things to do is put an imp right behind the door you're about to open. Now the fire suppression systems have gotten active, and I can't even make it to the dormitory section. I watched the tunnels turn their carbonite freeze rays on Maban before he even got halfway across the room. Fortunately, the range doesn't seem to go beyond the range of the room itself. Hold on a second. So I was able to remain safe in the corridor, but I didn't have any ranged weapons to take them out from a distance. And I didn't have a stealth field generator to sneak across the room either. I tried unlocking the storage room door to see if there were any cold resistant items or grenades I could use, but the door was sealed from the lockdown. I don't know enough about security systems to open it. I didn't have a sonic charge to blow the door open. Still, as long as the droids don't make it into this section, I should be alright. Well... Hold on. Sorry. They were laying down and everything till I got up to go get some water. Okay, okay, good. Hey, another workshop. Ooh, insulated gloves and regal visor. Mm-hmm. Now, does the regal visor do anything? Okay. Create a breakdown. I mean, I could save that for Atten. I guess I could give that to Atten. That'd be good. I don't remember that war axe being there, like, at all. Field survival pistol. Longsword, vibro sword. Armor, stealth, unity, 10% to fire, 10% to energy. That's probably a little more cold and fire. I could probably put that on there. And we got insulated gloves, which are an extra little bit of damage reduction. Probably should save. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's not gonna work. How much does this do? Ooh. All right, that's taken care of. components? Anything? Mm-hmm. I am interested to see like how this build goes when I'm not on Paragus. Because obviously right now you're going to be a little stronger than you would be later. Because they gotta make sure anyone can complete this. There we go. There we go. Oh, we got more. All right. Got some credits. I guess we stole the robot's wallet. Got parts. We got one spike. Okay, so I want to save the spike, so we'll use a part. Duty shift logs. Okay. Mess hall. Oh. Shut down the dormitory ventilation system, one spike. Yes, please. Like to be able to go through there without dying. Sorry. Dormitory comm system? No sound. In dormitory emergency lockdown. Oh. I don't want the mining shield. I wanted the just regular energy shield. Force Valor. Bum. Chemicals. And a lot of stuff on them. Oh, can't actually check the chest. I haven't really had to use a med pack. Guess I heal passively or something? This hololog looks like it needs to be plugged into a holo reader in order to play back the contents. Okay, so we're gonna have to equip. Wait, no. Pop this. A boon. Oh. I'm gonna guess I could make Atten. Well, I can give him a melee weapon and a blaster, since they have the ability to swap weapons. Broken log terminal, repair scavenger console for components. Stun. Man, that that didn't do anything. I don't suppose there's any mines around. Probably should have grabbed a couple more of them while they were sitting around. Combat suit. Well, I can hold on to it. I don't need it at the exact moment. I guess it was too much to hope for a mine. Ooh. Demolitions, fortitude. Guess we'll go fortitude. Alright. Search for logged holo display entries. Okay. Insert mine administrator.
This may be the beginning of a long record. It's about an hour after the facility suffered the explosion that triggered the emergency lockdown. Just finished helping the dock officer set up the transmission relay. Not much signal strength, but it's better than nothing. The transmission gives the code to open the turbo lift when or if help arrives. Code is a simple group of 5 numbers. 3, 17, 13. Then the next 2 numbers are...
Sir, couldn't we contact the medbay? Maybe the Jedi's awake. If so, she could help us.
No good. The link to the medical computer was severed from the hub, just like the administration console. Even if the Jedi wakes up, how would we get the dormitory turbo lift code to her? Without it, the turbo lift to the administration level is locked down.
Inventory and supplies.
We just took an inventory of our supplies. We've got enough emergency rations in the dormitories to last almost a month. But with all the problems in the facility, I don't know how long we'll last. I wish we could contact the Jedi. Maybe she could... No. She's still floating in that damn tank. Someone's played us for fools. And since Quarter and his crew aren't locked in here with us, it's pretty clear who it was. If I ever catch up with that Mandalorian-loving son of a... At least the air scrubbers are still working, even though they're tied into the... Hey, what's happening to the ventilation system? This...
Huh. Cool that it managed to capture all of those out there too. Doc officer.
We managed to get to the dormitories. We should be safe here. We've been trying to use the holo transmitter to beam a transmission to the administration level to end the lockdown. But the administration console's been severed from the main hub. Everyone thinks we should try to evacuate on our own as soon as possible. But there's no way to break the dormitory seals from the inside. I'm going to keep sending distress calls in the meantime. We've been trying to find a way to circumvent the lockdown and get to our hangar bay, but so far, no luck.
Fuel depot force field?
The situation's worse than we thought. Even if we get out of here, we can't shut down the fuel depot force fields if a fuel leak was detected. If so, the only way off this asteroid is if a ship docks with us. but the only connection to the docking platform is on the administration level, and we can't get up to the docking bay while we're trapped here.
Sorry about
I
that.
only hope someone survived the explosion in the mining tunnels. If not, then we're stranded here, unless our transmission reaches a passing ship or a Telos freighter.
Distress transmission.
Managed to use the holo transmitter here as a crude relay to beam short burst transmissions outside the Paragas facility. With any luck, the transmission will carry beyond the asteroid field. We've set the emergency transmission on automatic playback. We're using a simple military flash code to transmit the code to the turbolifts, so maybe our rescuers can get down to the dormitory when they reach the station. Without those turbolift codes, our rescuers wouldn't be able to get here from the administration level. And without those codes, we wouldn't be able to get to the administration level if we found a way out on our own. The messages are short distress calls only, since we can't get much signal strength. It's pretty weak, so unless a ship is actively searching the area, it might be a long time before a ship picks up the message. After all, who would be scouring frequencies way out here looking for trouble?
Well,
the transmission gives the code to open the turbolift when or if help arrives. Code is a simple group of 5 numbers. 3, 17, 13, then the next 2 numbers are...
Oh. Okay, so 10. The X is 5. So 5 and 7. If I did that right. Maybe. Enemy sighted. Alright. Nah. Well, didn't mean to use that, but that'll work. Oh, got 2 of them. Whee! Nice. Uh-oh. Level up. Persuade. Okay. Keep rounding out our power, our stuff. I mean, force body would probably be useful. Got so many like dark side powers. I guess there's nothing against taking them, they'll just keep getting more expensive as I go. Yeah, I'll take force body. How much does this cost to use? Okay, it doesn't seem to cost anything. That's good. How much will... That takes a tiny little chunk. Got another lecture about contraband today. Security hasn't started doing spot checks of our quarters yet, so my cash in the lower bunk in my room in the eastern dormitory should be safe. You won't even know it's there unless you know to look for it. Corda came around again, asking if I had any special cargo to sell. But I was getting a bad feeling about how he was asking, so I stayed quiet about my stash. I'm gonna keep that blaster I smuggled from Talos and a few grenades there just in case things get rough. Only benefit to having a room the farthest from the door is that it should buy me enough time to dump the contraband if security does a surprise inspection. Alright, I guess we're going back. Still really aggressive. So farthest from the door would be this room here. Okay, we got some frag grenades. Nothing on the body. There's got to be something here. Minor sonic detonator. Hollow log. I was hoping for some mines. No? Okay. Access camera logs.
The dormitory section before the lockdown, you Murklack. You're cutting a little close, aren't you?
Yes, a regrettable miscalculation on my part. I'm contacting you because I'm picking up a subspace transmission from within that level. Is that your doing?
No, they must be trying to use the old relay system to send an emergency signal. I doubt they know what's really going on.
Hey, this turbo lift's locked down.
Try the code again, and don't worry about the miners and their transmission. By the time help arrives, we'll be all the way to Nar Shaddaa.
Oh, they won't be leaving the dormitories. The explosion within the tunnel has damaged the ventilation systems, causing breaches in the core exhaust conduits.
What? That's going to kill them all!
Not all of them, but I'm sending a number of mining droids to your location right now to correct that problem.
Corda, this turbo is locked down. The sequence isn't working.
Keep trying it! You! Why are you doing this? Why me?
You. It was never about you. The Jedi is all that interests me. But then you had to ruin everything by revealing her identity and then trying to harm her. And that I cannot allow.
Statement. You are a risk, Corda. You are impulsive, crude, and soon, deceased. Hawking query. Corta, are you dead yet? Smug statement. I believe I forgot to mention that I reversed the turbolift codes, in case you managed to get this far.
Ah. Looks like there's a couple doors over here. I don't know if they open. Scattered survival kit, some chemicals. Ooh, I can make mines. That's a lot. Any cheaper mines? Well, I'll make one. Swear they're never going to get around to fixing the ventilation systems. If the food processors back up again, the next time the fumes start flooding the mess hall, I'll be dead rather than just nauseous. I'll keep the breath mask here just in case we have a repeat incident. Alright, we're gonna head back now. I think I went to the east side first, so... yeah. Alright. Force body. Force valor. Wow, that wasn't worth it. Aggressive, ranged. Yeah, it seems like regen my health. That's good. Oh, I needed another mine to bust that open. Eh. Force Valor and Flurry. Go on, do something. Thank you. Remains. Nothing over there. Got to be something over here. Of course, I can't just get it out of there. All right. Oh. Don't know why that happens. All right, let's save. Hopefully they put the first three symbols stand for 3, 17, 13. Okay, so the X should be 5, 5, 7. So 7, 5. 7, 5, 13, 17, 3. Seven, 5, 13. No, it was 17, wasn't it? Oh, no, I got it right. Okay. All right, just make a quick little save. I know I just saved, but this game's kind of unstable, so I'd rather not take any chances. Oh, hey, Kreia.
Our enemy is here. We must leave at once.
Enemy?
The one that fired upon the Ebon Hawk as we attempted to rescue you. And he will not let us go without blood being shed.
Wait, who is this enemy?
The story is a long one, and time is short. Come, we must go, and quickly.
Alright, let's
We need
go.
to make our way to the docking area on this level. I fear the airlock has already opened, and if so, we must be on our guard. If we cannot reach the Ebon Hawk, then we must find a way to escape on the ship that is docked here.
Rhea has joined your party. When she is in your active party, her mentor special ability gives everyone a bonus to earned experience points. Well, finesse is a thing in this, so I guess I'll give her more dexterity. Let's see. Read injury, repair, stealth. You know what? We'll crank these up. He's like middle of the road, right? Fear. Horse push. I guess force valor. That would be beneficial. Characters using Jedi behavior will attack any enemies they see, but will also use supporting Jedi powers to heal and augment their companions. Only Jedi can use this behavior. Okay, we gotta go see Aden. Oh no.
What in space is going on? Who's this? Another Jedi? What, did you guys suddenly start breeding when I wasn't looking?
And there's no time to explain. Grab a weapon and follow me.
Alright. I'm guessing that Republic ship that just docked isn't carrying friends of yours.
I hope your talent for understatement is offset by your skill with a blaster. If not, then I fear our time together will be short indeed.
Yeah, and I'm also good at running and drinking, Your Majesty. And even if you two aren't big friends of the Republic, that warship's the only way off this station.
Aden has joined your party. As long as he is the last party member standing, he can't be knocked out, and his saving throws improve the more he's wounded.
Good thing we have a clear run to the ship.
Threat. Master, perhaps I did not enunciate clearly the last time we spoke. I suggested that you should shut down, stay put, and wait for rescue.
No, you were clear. I just don't listen to assassin droids.
Clarification. Assassin droid is such a crude term, Master. Reserved for Durasteel drones uploaded with only the most archaic kill programs. The function I perform has been referred to as wanton slaughter. I prefer to see it as a means of facilitating communication, resulting in the termination of hostilities.
Whatever you say, murder still means murder to me.
Correction. I am not here to argue semantics, Master, so I will simply inform you that you are wrong, as were those recently corrected miners.
You the ones who killed all the miners in the medical bay?
Indignant answer. Master, the miners intended to place you in jeopardy. I could not allow that to take place, so I was forced to negotiate a termination of hostilities. After reprogramming the mining droids to mine any organics they perceived. They began to kill the miners one by one. Then a series of flawlessly timed explosions drove the miners into their dormitories, where I was able to gas them all at once without wasting time hunting them through the mining tunnels. I then administered a large dose of sedatives to the remaining miners in the med bay, enough to kill them, but ensure you slept peacefully. Of course, against my calculations,
pretty efficient.
You awakened from your tank prematurely. I am ashamed by the inconvenience that caused for both of us.
Why did you want to capture me?
Sir, it is beyond the scope of my programming to probe the motivations of my clients, Master. Suffice to say that I am being well compensated for my services. You have been a difficult target to find. You have been wandering the galaxy since the end of the Mandalorian Wars, leaving little record of your passage. It is as if you did not wish to be found by hunters such as myself, or more likely, the Jedi Order.
You found me. Obviously, I didn't do a good job.
Mission. It was a matter of chance, Master. I happened to be serving as a protocol droid on the Harbinger when you booked passage. After that, it was a simple matter to sabotage the Harbinger and call for a retrieval. Irritated statement. However, when the Ebon Hawk appeared and salvaged us from the wreckage, I was forced into a series of rapid recalculations, culminating in our current situation.
Sorry. Enough of this. You won't take me without a fight.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If inflicting pain is the only means to resolve this matter, then you leave me no choice.
Uh-huh. Oop, sorry, Kreia. Alright, I need to give everybody something to wear. Oh. Okay. You know what, Kreia? You can have the Gamorrean Morax. And you can have the I guess the Disruptor pistol. Okay. Force Valor. I thought she's just stabbing him with the... Got up just to fall down. HK Vocabulator. Droid self-sustaining unit and advanced mining laser. Alright, let's see. Demolition, stealth, awareness, security. Max out security so I can have someone who's always on top of unlocking stuff. Sorry. All right, cool. I guess we go this way, right? I'm sorry. Did we find a way around this? I don't think we did. See any way to open it or get around it? Yeah, I don't think this was the way to go. Maybe. Oh yeah, there was okay, let's do this. Okay, must be other side then. Where haven't I gone? Oh, okay, yeah. Man, I'm tired. Low security door.
Something is wrong. I sense no one on board.
You sense no one on board? Sense any assassin droids creeping up behind us like last time?
Everyone here has been slain, yet there are few signs of battle. No carbon scoring, no blast of fire. This place has been hit by assassins of a different sort.
Then what are we doing on this ship? We were better off in the facility. You two are supposed to be Jedi? You two are the worst Jedi I've ever met.
There's nowhere else to go. The facility's sealed off.
If the assassin machine was correct, then we cannot reach the hangar. Be silent. I need some time to think.
I saw this vessel dock. When it did, a fuel pipe entered the fuel depot behind the force field. We can bypass the force field to the hangar by getting to the engine room of this ship and then exiting through the fuel pipe.
I don't mean to cast another shadow on this, but even if you could reach the ship you came in on, it wouldn't matter. You'll need the orbital drift charts to clear the Paragus asteroid field, unless you want to have the shortest flight out of Paragus ever recorded.
Then how did this ship dock here?
Well, of course they have the asteroid drift charts in their Navicomputer. They'd have to.
Let's get their codes then. Then we can worry about reaching the Ebon Hawk.
Well, we'd have to get to the bridge. I mean, well, that's the biggest problem I can see.
That is a sound plan for the moment. Let us go.
Now that you have a party, certain actions and dialogue responses will increase or decrease your influence with your companions, depending on their personalities. Some reject cruelty, while others may respect nobility, loyalty, cleverness, brute force, and so on. The higher your influence with a companion, the more your alignment affects theirs, and extremely high and low influences with a companion can open up additional dialogue choices. There are benefits to both, so treat them as you will.
Our enemies gather while we wait here.
Sorry, Kreia, I had to read the tutorial.
Very well.
Just say the word.
Open it up, Ad.
Let me take care of this. Pure Bazak.
Yes.
Let me take care of this. Pure Bazak.
Well, at least I don't have to bash everything open now. Exchange work gloves. Oh, computer use, demolition, security, and dexterity +1. Okay, I'll give those to Atten. All right. I'm actually gonna go ahead and end it here tonight because I'm pretty tired. But this has been going great. I'm enjoying this. This is awesome. I will be back tomorrow morning, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and probably be back with more Star Wars. Thank everybody who stopped by. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a good day or night. Bye-bye.